Amy Winehouse, 1983 to 2011. Amy was a gifted singer-songwriter, seemingly on a collision course with destiny.
I've often wondered whether she deliberately chose to be a member of the 27 Club and what drove her to destroy her life with what looked to me like careless abandon. Well, as it turns out, she had a massive monkey on her back, and I don't mean drugs. Amy was a male soul living in a female body. She suffered from gender dysmorphia, which was at the root of her addiction. But I'll let her tell you in her own words. What follows is my conversation with Amy from the afterlife. I never felt comfortable in my own skin. No matter what I tried, nothing relieved the stress, uncertainty, and pressure. When I was high, everything smoothed out and flowed like silk. Easy, baby. It was so easy. Did you know that you had a male soul? Was that a contributor to your feeling of unease? Oh, yes. I knew it from a young age, like 4 or 5. I never fit in. Wasn't interested in playing with dolls or having tea parties. I had big plans for this life, until it all went wrong. I didn't count on how hard it would be occupying a female body. After all, I've done it many times before. This time it was misery with no way to escape. Were you intending to commit suicide? Yes, I suppose I was, although I couldn't admit that to myself. So I did it slowly. Death by 1,000 cuts, you might say. Are you saying that you were a cutter? Yes, although it wasn't well known. I was skilled at hiding my flaws and shortcomings. The voices in my head were relentless, mocking and denigrating. No peace to be had. So many days I longed to turn the lights out permanently. I'm sorry for the torment I put my family through. Hell, I'm sorry for the torment they put me through. They didn't understand. Never could. I didn't understand, so how could anyone else? It was like a partial disconnection from life. Yes, depression was a factor. No matter what anyone said, I felt like a piece of garbage most of the time. Defective. Not worthy of the acclaim. How could anyone admire me? Couldn't they see what a fucking mess I was? Did you always plan to be a singer? Yes, that was one thing I was sure about. You might say it was woven into my soul, an inevitability. I was irresistibly drawn to music from the womb. My mother used to sing to me. I loved that and her. We were so connected. Until I was born. Then it was never the same again. That closeness, love, total acceptance evaporated. Sometimes it felt like I had a stamp on my forehead that said defective. No, don't feel sorry for me. After all, I chose that life and body. It didn't turn out the way I'd planned, but still there was value. I learned a lot, and you can be damn sure I'm not coming back anytime soon. There's a lot of healing to be done before it's even a consideration. Were you a famous singer or musician in a previous life? Yes, a male singer. I never achieved the level of success that Amy did, but I did all right, and it was a great life. I thought this time I'd make it to the big time and have the world by the tail. It was a real trip making it to the top, but it never felt real or earned. Let's face it, I had a lot of insecurities. I couldn't be my male self in that body, so I leaned into the absurdity and role-played being a drag queen. That was my way of coping with the gender dysmorphia. Problem is, it never felt authentic. More like play acting. I marveled that more people didn't see through my act. Really. How could they enjoy that screeching voice? But you know what? If they're dumb enough to pay to hear that caterwauling, then I'm happy to accept. Do you regret the path your life took? Regret? No. More fascination as I analyze how and where I got off track. I really thought my plan for that life was solid. Instead, it was like a hunk of Swiss cheese. Did you deliberately join the 27 Club? I wouldn't say I made a conscious choice to depart at 27. It was more like a fatalistic thought that manifested. I never expected to have a long life, so I flung myself headlong into the highs and lows, literally. It was a wild ride. In some ways, I felt like a fast-burning candle. Here 1 minute, gone the next. A flash in a very hot frying pan. But hey, if you have to go early, it's not a bad crowd to be in. It was like I jumped on the express train to oblivion, and just like the Hotel California, once aboard, you can never leave. A little jest there, but only a little. My life was a train wreck. I knew that, so I just went with gay abandon. What can you tell us about your addiction from your present perspective? What a fucking waste of a good life. People don't do it. For Christ's sakes, have more respect for yourself. You come into the world with so much potential. The sky's the limit. Don't flush the opportunity down the toilet the way I did. You will regret it. So much precious time and opportunity wasted. If anyone knows about wasted, it's me. I was a real expert at being wasted and a wasteoid. Think about it. Why even bother incarnating if you're just going to piss away your life like that? Wake the hell up and think about it. Is this what you really want for yourself? I don't care what stories you tell yourself. You can make a better choice and life if you really want to. All those lies you tell yourself are so much dog shit. It's your life. Ain't nobody gonna live it for you. What you need is a taste of the divine. Connect with your beatific soul. Just take a gander at that aspect of yourself. Perfect, flowing, confident, loving, and purposeful. That's who you are at the core of your being, no matter what you look like on the outside. Get in touch with that version of yourself. Feel it. Embrace it. That's really you. Don't wait until you're dead to see the truth because, well then, it's too late until the next time. You will have squandered the tremendous opportunities you planned for yourself before you jumped into that body. That's reality, not those addled visions you have when you're high, as real as the nose on your face. But you have to take up the reins of your life. Take responsibility for your choices and clean up your mess. You will be so glad you did, and what a difference it will make when you get to the other side. You've got a whole lot of living to do, so why don't you get started right now? Throw out the garbage. And by that, I mean the garbage you're carrying around in your head. Let all those lies you told yourself about being worthless go. They were never true. And I'm standing right now, surrounded by God and the angels to tell you so. But guess what? I was always surrounded by them. I just didn't know it. Think about that the next time you want to binge or get high. Do you really want to behave like that in the presence of divine glory? They'll still love you if you do, but you lose esteem in your own eyes. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for them. Let them help you find your way back to sobriety and clean living. That place where peace and joy abide. It can all be yours. Ain't nary a soul ever born who didn't have that right and ability to live their purposeful life, one they could be proud of. Are you getting the message? Will you make a change for yourself and the ones who love you? No, it won't be easy. And sure, you might slip. So what? Get back up and keep going, because it will be so worth it. You're worth it. I know it's hard to believe, but take it from me. I'd do it very differently if I could. But it's too late for Amy. Learn from my mistakes. Shut down that evil voice in your head that taunts you about being worthless. It's a goddamn lie. Stop believing in lies and start listening to your angels. They'll tell it to you straight. And they're ready to pick your sorry ass back off the ground when you fall. You can't lose if you'll just make the choice to live the purpose you came here for. Okay, sermon over. Think about what I've said, then get out there and live your glorious life. I'll be here cheering you on.